Finley jumps on his bike and shoots up to school. He's running a bit late as usual, but he's more nervous about today's short presentation in class than being late. They had to write a story about their hero, and he picked his dad. He's a bit worried about what the other kids will say, but the truth is he couldn't think of anyone else with the job as important. The school is only a 10-minute cycle, so he rehearses what he's going to say. My dad is my hero, for many reasons, but I picked him today because he's a hero in our cities too. He turned our rubbish, electronics, old furniture, textiles, or household waste into new objects or into energy. He works for the Municipal Upcycling Centre Calvindale, or MUC, and last year they won an award for the most efficient civil service department in contributing to Circular Glasgow mission. What makes him special is how he got there. As he says, it was not always like this, that once people with jobs like his were seen as low-skilled and were low-paid. But the pandemic of early 2020s made people reconsider whose jobs were key to the running of our country. So for this reason, my dad is a hero, even if one among thousands of other heroes. That'll do, Finley thinks. His thoughts wander off about what his dad must have been through and how different this country was. He's told him stories from times when Finn was too young to remember, about how we used to be such a wasteful society and how there was so much inequality in how our resources were distributed. Some had too much, and some had too little. Finn's dad used to be a waste collector, and although he felt pride in it, others didn't see his job as being special at all. It was often tough, repetitive work. People didn't see it as a creative industry like they do now. He says things changed when the Circular Scotland movement took off, and the government started heavily investing and expanding in public services. Many new jobs were created, and once privatized services were now either free or low cost. Bike sharing schemes and public transport became free, community hubs were opened in retrofitted buildings around the country, and commitment to circular economy meant there was big incentives to eliminate waste and encourage low-carbon behaviors such as cheap long-distance rail and sail passes. However, Finn's dad says the biggest change came when they moved into the subsidized co-housing community. Apparently, these are inspired by traditional tenements but completely reimagined. These are high-density flats with lots of shared amenities and smaller private quarters. About 4 to 6 families form a pod, where they share a big kitchen, dining room, and living room and playrooms. And for every 10 pods, which form a block, there are shared amenities, spaces for adults to work from home, for kids to do homework clubs, roof gardens, and allotments. Most of the time it feels like living in one big playground. Finn thinks about growing up with so many kids to play with. It didn't matter that his own bedroom was pretty small and their private kitchenette was quite basic. There are still tensions, however, Finn wishes there's more space for privacy. Everything is the same and very tightly controlled. Finn understands we choose to heat just one big shared space instead of many living rooms, power one train instead of fueling many cars. Goods are highly regulated under energy and efficiency and environmental standards, but this has pushed businesses to change their unsustainable practice. Necessity is the mother of invention after all. People still work in the private sector, but many of these jobs now involve digital technology. These high productivity sectors have high tax rates, which help fund the public sector, allowing services to be almost free at the point of use. This has made us a healthier, happier, and more productive society.